and welcome to the Swift Talk. I'm Kate, the Swiftie.
And I have been asked not to do any more voices again. We'll see how long that lasts. Not so Swift Sam.
Over under 5 minutes? Talking Taylor segment?
Yeah, we'll say 6. We'll say 6.
Think you'll get through this whole segment?
No.
Me either. I was so excited. I did my homework last night. It was all ready to go. I'm like, I'll have a nice, easy, relaxing morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Taylor went on GMA this morning.
GMA?
Good Morning America.
Oh, GMA. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Do tell, Ricky Bell.
She is celebrating the Eras Tour with a 256-page coffee table book, exclusively available at Target, in person on November 29th, online on the 30th.
Are we sponsored by her right now? You're plugging this book really hard.
So basically,
I want this book so bad.
So basically, it's going to be a shit show over at Target.
Yeah, we can go anywhere near there on Black Friday.
Cool.
Speaking of, we're going, because she's also dropping at the same time the Tortured Poets Anthology vinyl and CD. So the whole, right now you only have the first half of the album, not the second half.
Sorry, the first half of what album?
Tortured Poets.
We mean there's a second half.
It's Tortured Poets
Mm-hmm.
and then the anthology.
Okay. So the anthology is going to have the second half.
The
Or
whole
it
thing.
is the
The whole thing.
So
All 30 songs. 31 songs. Plus 4 additional songs.
That we don't know about?
They're going to be acoustics covers of songs on the album.
Right.
We don't know which ones.
If you love Earth, Wind, and Fire, you're going to love...
I poked the bear getting out of the car today.
Oh, yeah, I bet you did.
I'm fired up. I'm on all cylinders right now.
I love that. You've got your Dunkachee. I don't know what that is, but it looks yummy.
It's not sponsored.
Wild Dunkachino? Is that what she was about to say?
Wild Dunkachino. All right, that might have
There it
been
is.
5 minutes.
There it
5.
is. We didn't even get through my first topic.
Perfect.
Speaking of books, I got a new book for our collection.
Is it the coffee tabletop book?
Taylor Swift styled. See? It's stunning. Look at this.
Wow. Stunning.
You can go through the eras of Taylor's fashion. And it's gold. It's so fancy.
Wow. You know what? I'm not even going to pick that book up because I doubt I could put it down if I did.
You're not allowed to touch it.
Perfect.
Someday you'll actually have a coffee table for your studio to put it on.
Until then, I'll just keep adding it to my little stack.
Yeah, that end table's going to tip right over if we get any more tape books on there.
It's my favorite Instagram account, Sarah Chappelle.
Sarah Chappelle Rowan.
Sarah Chappelle.
Mm-hmm.
She does the Lord's work where Taylor will pop up in an outfit and she tells you what she's wearing, who designed it, where she bought it. She links it. She links similar things. She breaks down the jewelry. She breaks down the shoe. She gives you history of how this look ties into another look. I think she's been doing it for 13 years. She's amazing. And she's quick. She gets it.
Mm-hmm. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
A
Enthralled.
little enthusiasm, guys.
Well, we're a little tired. We all went to see Fontaine's DC the other night.
Yes.
And we're still recovering a little bit. That was a great concert.
And it's
You were
not
there.
a Taylor Swift cover band.
But Taylor Swift adjacent.
Adjacent?
How was that Taylor Swift adjacent? We were there?
Oh, Kate, you had so much homework you were doing. I did the smallest amount of homework.
Okay.
I'll take you back. The year
All right, I'm ready
is
for
2020.
this. That was the year. Yeah.
What came out in 2020?
Folklore.
Okay, guess what's coming out at the same time? Fontaine's DC's third album, A Hero's Death, which early statistics showed that was going to be the #1 album. It's coming out at the same time as Folklore. They were projected to outseller by 10,000 copies.
How'd that work for them?
She releases her album 3 days earlier on CD just to make sure she gets that #1.
She did not.
Yeah.
She did not release Folklore 3 days early.
Yeah.
No.
Top of the UK album charts in its debut. UK. knocking off Taylor Swift's album Folklore to number 3, which had debuted at number 1 the week prior. However, after publishing of the midweek chart, which stated that A Hero's Death, Fontaine's DC, outsold Folklore by 10,000 copies so far in the week, Swift's management team chose to release the physical CDs of Folklore 3 days early before its original scheduled date.
No way.
Yeah, and then she beat them out.
She initially planned to release Folklore in early 2021, but ended up being done sooner, so she released it in July 2020 without giving it a second thought. She announced it the day before she released it. This was a surprise album on Wednesday night, Thursday. She's like, hey, surprise, I have an album coming, and it dropped midnight, Friday morning, Thursday night. I absolutely remember this vividly. So I don't know where you're getting this, Kiwi.
The same side of the coin that you're getting yours from.
Sorry, babe.
So she outsold him by 3,500 copies.
Yeah, with a release, she just released it. She's like, hey, I did a thing. Hey, it's folk music. Here you go.
When asked about it, it was sort of like a weird sense of being flattered because the idea that a massive corporation is afraid of losing face to a group of lads from Dublin is hilarious to me, Chatton said about the chart battle.
I think there may have been a chart battle. She didn't release a CD that was not even announced 3 days early. Who's your source?
The Wikipedia?
Mine is too.
I told you.
It's
Same side of the
okay.
different coin.
We definitely know that Taylor has more fans than Fontaine's DC.
Oh, easily.
So,
however,
it was fun for a second.
The lads were in Boston. It was fun for a second. But I'm just saying, I did my little bit of, my small amount, my yearly worth of homework.
And we thank Kiwi for that. I'm just kidding.
Because I looked it up.
Anyway. Taylor was out and about last night.
What was she doing? How dare she? On a holiday? On a banking holiday?
So I was like, all right, Taylor's at the Yankees game with Travis. Travis is cheering on the Guardians. I think that's what Cleveland's name is now. Because he's a Cleveland, Ohio boy. And it was funny because the Yankees got a home run. I was like, yay! And Travis turns, he's like, wrong team. She's like, yeah.
It's like when Ben Affleck was dating J-Lo and they were going to the Red Sox games. She had on a Yankees hat. He was a diehard Red Sox boy. She sat down the whole game.
I found out that he, when they were filming Gone Girl, when he was doing Gone Girl, Ben Affleck, they had to shut down filming for 4 days because there's a scene where he's trying to be like, I need to be incognito. I'm going to wear a baseball hat and blend in. And the director's like, you're wearing a Yankees cap. And he said, no way. And for 4 days, he refused to shoot because they were like, you're guys from New York. You're hiding in Cleveland or whatever. Like, you're wearing the Yankees cap. He's like, no, I'm not wearing a Yankees cap. They would not film for 4 days.
That does not surprise me. There's no part of that surprises me.
Nope, doesn't surprise me either.
Yeah. It's funny how their relationship didn't work with him and J-Lo. That's funny.
They might be back. Who could say?
Third time's the charm.
The greatest love story ever told. That's what J-Lo says.
Yeah.
Yikes. There's also news coming out from her London shows.
She's doing more London shows?
No, when she was in London. And remember, she did London right after she did Vienna. So she had to take there was a little concern of whether or not she would do the shows in London after the terrorists. And she had a police escort. And it has come out this week that police escorts are reserved for the royal family and active politicians on state visits. This is way out of protocol that Taylor would have it. The reason that Prince Harry refuses to bring his family back to the UK is because they said you no longer qualify for this. And Taylor got it. And the whispers, the gossip, the blind items say it's because Mama Swift was like, she will have a police escort or she will not be in your country.
Or maybe it's she's going to be a political candidate, a political figure at some point, and she got diplomatic immunity.
I doubt it.
Yeah, it seems more like
I don't think they play in futures. I think they said her mom looked at the security team, and was like, nope.
Look, you're lucky she's coming back to your country at all after what that boy did to her. If she doesn't get a police escort.
Well, no, and you have to all kidding aside, as a mother whose daughter was just in the middle of a terrorist plot, I would probably side with Andrea Swift on that one and not want my child out there. And if this made it a little bit safer, good for her.
I think if the government saw that there was some kind of terrorist plot somewhere else and she was going to come back and still willing to play, that they probably said, we're going to have to do this.
Yeah.
That's like a one-off deal.
But it's being looked at and investigated.
The fact that she had bobbies with her is being investigated?
A full escort, because they don't do it.
Scotland Yard's on the case.
And she also donated $5 million to hurricane relief in Florida.
She's a good person.
Yep.
And people are criticizing her, saying it is not enough.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, you're right. It's multi-million dollars worth of damage. The entire state is pretty much devastated, and she gave $5 million. That's something. Of course, it's not enough. If she bankrolled all of it, she might be able to hit, 82% of what they need to rebuild and rehome and maybe cover medical and funeral costs for everyone in Florida. You're saying $5 million isn't enough? Yeah, I get it. She's a billionaire, but she gave $5 million. That's more than most corporations that are worth more than her. That's more than most millionaires and billionaires in the United States. That's not no. Everyone has to chip in. Dumbasses. Jesus. You kidding me?
I thought my reaction to that was strong. Clearly, yeah. No, I'm dead serious. Like people, the people who Taylor can do no right for.
Can she give more? Yes.
Sure.
Does she have to? She just gave $5 million. That's huge.
And we don't know what else she's got planned while she's there. This might just be the first of hey, use this now while you're figuring things out. Figure things out and get back to me. And let's put some more into this.
She could say hey, everyone who buy Florida as a single right now, and all proceeds are going to go to Florida relief. Boom. That could be something.
Taylor's team.
That
we know you lurk.
What other artist donates $1 million to every single food bank in every state that she goes to?
It's 200,000, but yes.
Okay, 200,000.
I know.
So no other artist does $1 million.
$200,000 to every food bank.
I know.
In every
Food
town.
Bank Network, so it can go farther.
I don't have that channel on TV.
Whatever.
Well, it's because she doesn't talk about it. She's not out there cutting ribbons at food banks and handing them a large check.
There's no
She's
other.
got London Bobbies around her, walking her around, making sure.
People just, she gives away so much money, and she does it in such a quiet, thoughtful way. And even this hurricane thing, she wasn't the one that was I donated $5 million. It came out that she did it. And people are ugh, she's worth $1.6 billion. She should have at least given.
Look, the majority of people live by the 40, 30, 20 rule and things like that. What you're saving, what you're allocating for your assets, what you're spending money, things like that. Yeah, she's got a bigger budget to play with. Can she give more? Definitely. But it's still the fact that she's given. That's huge.
$5 million is a lot of money.
Yeah, it is. And she's giving it being it's not for all this. This is only for stray cats in Florida. Is there a caveat for that? I don't think so. If there is, I swear I'm going to punch this microphone so hard. Is there a caveat? Is it only for that? If it's for de-sheltered cats in Florida, I'm not going to be happy, Kait. I'm going to take everything that I ranted back and I say cut it out right now.
I don't know. I think it's
you better fact check this right now, or I refuse to ever come back on this podcast. If she's only giving $5 million to de-sheltered cats,
we call them
that
unhomed,
have been spayed and neutered, I swear.
Sheltered, insecure, sheltered.
Yes. So Sam can get. Sam will defend Taylor, but only to a point. That point comes immediately after he says it.
I like how you just spiraled yourself into this. Nobody else is I don't believe Taylor has put any restrictions on it. I don't know. Taylor has never commented on it.
Look, when it comes to morality, I am an aerialist. All right, you will not know how I got up that ribbon or how I'm getting down, but it'll happen.
It's goddamn acrobat. A couple artists. I'm just moving. I'm moving on today. I'm not getting derailed. A couple artists have moved their release dates back from tomorrow. They're listening to this on Wednesday, Thursday. So from Friday, two artists are just kidding. Our albums aren't ready yet.
Because of this anthology album?
I don't think so. The anthology doesn't go on sale until...
Sweet. Why are artists moving there?
That's a great question, Sam. And it's Sam Mendes. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, Sam Mendes and Joe Jonas.
Yeah. Sam Mendes, famous for being one of the Mendes brothers.
No, nope.
Okay, different Sam Mendes.
Yeah.
What did Sam Mendes
A
and Joe
opener
Jonas
of Taylor Swift.
do?
Well, Sam Mendes has some beef with Sabrina Carpenter because he was not great to her, but it's fine.
Hey, Sam, you're going to lose that. You're going to lose that immediately.
And Joe Jonas has already lost to Taylor multiple times. There's a theory
that they didn't thank Beyonce when they won a Grammy. Is that
no?
Okay? What's the theory?
The theory is that maybe Taylor's just going to surprise drop Reputation. Because there's only really one reason that artists move their albums last minute.
Are you ready for it?
Is it because they want to?
Baby, let the games begin.
Because they want to debut at #1 in sales.
I think
and they'll drop it 3 days earlier.
This might be the first Taylor album I actually buy.
You guys, look, if it happens, I'm happy for you. I'm glad that you got exactly what you wanted. I'm not going to say I told you so if it doesn't happen. I hope for your sakes that it happens.
I think it's going to, I've not been getting on the Reputation clowning as much recently, but I don't know.
Look, I get it. I've been hurt before. You got to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and put a smile on your face, and you got to face the day. And maybe you know what? You're going to get that little drop of sunshine, and it's going to light up your life, and you're going to feel great about it. And maybe it's not going to happen, but you got to try. You got to try.
The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Mm-hmm. And as Taylor has said, to quote Alice in Wonderland, we're all mad here. So, come in. The water's warm.
Well,
we can put some sparkles on your tinfoil hat.
The water's warm because they were drinking tea at the tea party.
We like to spill the tea. I thought that was funny.
You got anything else?
We're back on our Eras tour.
Right. Football season is passing away.
Seasoning.
Because Eras are back.
I get it now. Yeah, we're in Florida, Miami.
Yeah. I mean, okay. So.
Well, Taylor was in New York last night, but we're heading to Miami.
When's the show start?
Friday.
Are we going? Or are you going to go with some other women's mothers or something?
Oh, my gosh. We discussed what that costs, and neither of you were willing to pay that.
Yeah, but we believe that we deserve those tickets, and you should get them for us.
What is she thinking?
I don't know. What are you thinking? What do we know?
I mean, we can find very expensive tickets. They've skyrocketed in price again.
Well, you can buy them for us, right?
Oh, yeah. If you want to send us to the Eras tour.
We could sell some feet pics or something. We can get that money easy. We'll be fine.
Anyway, so we're back. We're thinking there might be some fun secret songs and some surprises. We're excited to see what she does. Is she going to take Tortured Poets out? Is she going to put it back, add some songs? Is she going to change it up, the set list? What's happening?
Well,
this is technically leg 3.
My guess is it's been what, 3 months? No, 3 months.
She ended in August.
Yeah, okay, just over 2 months. She's going to add in 3 to 5 Tortured Poet songs. There's no way she doesn't play Florida in Florida. There's 0%. There's a 0% chance of precipitation, and also that she doesn't play Florida while she's in Florida.
She played it with Florence in London.
Oh, so she can again?
I mean, she can. She can do whatever she wants. It's her tour.
She's gonna play it in Florida.
Okay.
She's in Florida.
It's a hell of a drug.
Have we checked? It is a hell of a drug. Have we checked? Have we checked the AccuWeather forecast for Friday's tornadoes and hurricane schedule?
I mean, no, but I haven't heard anything. So if there was weather, trust me.
Imagine if she was going through and there was a Hurricane Taylor. Imagine if they were in T's. They would have named it Taylor for sure.
Hurricane Taylor swiftly moving through the coastal region.
I mean, technically, the Swifties have descended.
Would she try to trademark a phenomenon of weather? Would she try to own the hurricane?
I mean, she'd find a way. She's a brilliant businesswoman.
There's going to be TSs coming through right now, not thunderstorms.
It's
Taylor
not
Swift's.
rain, it's just glitter.
It's not thunder showers, it's Taylor Swift's coming through.
Yes, if you look outside tonight, the lavender haze is clearly going to be visible on the northeastern skyline.
You laugh. Weather and traffic reporters all managed to work Taylor lyrics into their
Yeah, it's because they don't have writers. I've watched them. I've watched all of those people try to shoehorn in a song as a joke. Only like 4% of them land gracefully. The other ones, you think my jokes are bad. Watch a weatherman be like, all right, guys, you're going to shake it off when it comes to this breeze blowing.
I see them on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Did I send you the one from CNBC Squawk Box one morning when they were trying to throw in the Tay-isms?
Probably.
It was quite goofy.
All right, we're going to talk to everyone about the gerrymandering going on in Ohio. What's going on, Phil? Well, there's a lot of bad blood here going on, Dave. It's so dumb.
And as we have wandered off track, let's wander back in to what we should be doing. Do you remember what this week's song is?
No.
This week we're doing High Infidelity. Do you remember the album?
High Fidelity starring John Cusack. He owns the record shop. He works with Jack Black.
High Infidelity. Infidelity.
High Infidelity.
Infidelity.
Are they high infidelity, like they got high off of the fact they're cheating, or is it?
You're going to have to find out.
Okay, I'm pulling up the lyrics.
We're going to hit pause. You hit pause, and we will be right back with High Infidelity off the Midnights album. We'll be right back. Well, Sam.
What do you think my answer is?
Loved it. Bop. Can't wait to listen to it again on the ride home.
Okay.
Wow. This one really blew my mind.
Okay. Now
5 stars.
Now what do you think my answer is?
I don't want to. All right, Sammy, what you got
So
for me?
Midnights, as I remember, happens when the clock hits 12 and the sun isn't up. But this was also the story of a relationship, but when listened to it in reverse, song by song, it's how the relationship like ends, but it's the bad relationship.
Well, hypothetically, it is, well, not hypothetically. She has said it was about 13 sleepless nights in her life.
Mm-hmm. So this is one of those sleepless nights of being, how do I come clean? And do you really want to know what happened on April 29th? Do you really want to know how this person made me feel alive again? Do you really want to know?
Would you like to
know? You're not
know?
loving me enough?
Would you like to know what happened on April 29th?
What happened on April 29th?
Calvin Harris released This Is What You Came For, with a writing credit for an unknown writer, Niles Souljaboy.
Niles Souljaboy, okay.
Sure. And when asked about if he would ever work with Taylor after the song, like the day after the song came out, he said, I would likely not collaborate with Taylor. I have no plans to. And, you know, all things cooled off between them. Then they broke up and it was announced. And then it came out that Taylor was Niles.
All right, hold on. Calvin Harris. Yeah.
This Is What You Came For.
Yeah.
Rihanna.
Yeah.
Secret co-writer. Pen name.
But they dated.
Taylor and Calvin Harris dated. Yeah.
Okay.
For like 15 months.
For 15 months. Oh, right. DJ.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Now I remember. So, do you really want to know what happened April 29th?
Well, and then April 28th into April 29th, Taylor met Joe. That same at Gigi Hadid's birthday party.
I thought that she met Won't You Be My Always at the Met Gala.
They were at the Met Gala, but she was...
Gigi Hadid had her birthday at the gala?
No.
Okay.
The Met Gala's in May.
Okay.
Or in April.
Yeah.
29th, to be exact.
Right. So they meet at Gigi Hadid's birthday and then re-meet at the gala? Soon?
Yes.
Okay.
And he was... So, like, we see a little arc here, and we love when Taylor songs connect, don't we? Yeah. So, in her song Off Reputation, not Taylor's version, Gorgeous, flashback to when I met you, your buzz cut, my hair bleached. And then here in High Infidelity, did you really want to know where I was April 29th?
Mm-hmm.
We were dancing around the truth. And then in Bejeweled, the band says, do you have a man? And I can say, I don't. I say, I don't remember.
Okay.
So we had a lot of dancing around the
connect?
So she was like not feeling so great, not feeling so sparkly. And then she goes out and has a bejeweled night. And the band says, "Do you have a man?" She says, "I don't remember," which is dancing around the truth. And she's out and about. Could be, who could say, April 29th, when she met Joe. See, all songs connect.
Okay. And yeah, you're using an invisible string to connect them, sure. So I don't follow, but okay.
You don't. But it's okay.
That's all right. I really didn't want to know where she was on April 29th, but thank you for letting me know. I feel like that needed to be said for the story, for the sake of it being connected.
Well, I feel like she keeps asking. I had to answer the question.
Mm-hmm.
I knew where she was April 29th. And April 29th is like now, because it's in a song and she says it so much, it's like one of those Swiftie days where we're like, April 29th. High Infidelity. It's like Last Kiss Day on July 9th, you know?
Last Kiss Day?
Yeah.
What is the Last Kiss Day?
Is that the last time the band played?
No, she talks about it in her song. We like dates.
Well, yeah, and she had a reputation for going on too many dates, but that's what people say.
She can't make him stay. So it's interesting, though, because where she met Joe while she was with Calvin. And as you fast forward into Folklore, which we had been talking about earlier, we had a mystery writer on Folklore as well.
Who was the mystery writer on Folklore?
William Bowery.
William Bowery, who everyone thinks is...
Who everyone knows is...
Won't you be my...
Never. Yeah. So where Calvin was like, I wouldn't write with her. I'm not writing with her. When they did. And they like, that was a smash hit. Mm-hmm. Then... she moves on. I mean, Hiddleston kind of, but really with Joe. And now Joe is co-writing music with her and participating.
So Joe's making a lot of bops.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Must be nice. Don't like the Swifties, don't like the fame, but I bet he likes his paychecks.
Okay, hold on. He can't afford to give $5 million to Florida, I believe. I barely support Red Nose Day over there, all right?
I almost got a red nose so we could clown together. And they got us red noses at Halloween so we can clown about Taylor stuff.
Little Red Nose Day, yeah.
Well, no, every time I talk to you about a theory, I'm going to make you put a red nose on so you can like start to
because
get into it.
Because you think I look like the idiot? Oh, come on. I really hope you get that album tomorrow.
I'll wear
I really hope you get that album tomorrow. Oh, my God. I hope you get that album tomorrow.
You should hope we get that album tomorrow.
Maybe you'll have another bonus track from a sleepless night of not hearing Taylor Swift and added to Midnights.
The hell do they put in your coffee this morning?
Tears.
Aww.
A drop of awesome juice.
A drop of awesome. What's that? Grapefruit flavored Gatorade that you saw? We saw the bumper sticker for. They put a little of that.
Oh, Bakari sweat.
Bakari sweat.
Well, that's a Japanese like.
The whole Bakari sweat.
Okay. Wind it back in, guys. So, Sam, what do you think?
I feel like this song sounded better when Ben Gibbard was going to actually do it with the Postal Service. It feels interesting. Like there's the electro atmosphere of an open sky that the instruments are making. Like it's like the chitter of a computer that's lighting up the room in the sky. And it's that background, and then you have the strum of the guitar. And I was like, this could, when done right, really go well together. I don't hear it in this sense right now. I feel like the acoustic juxtapositioned against that didn't line up for me. That's fine. Most of her music doesn't. I felt very da 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 ba 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 ru tu tu fa la la. Typical sound of Taylor when she's trying to say something rhyming with slur, and you do the thing. It was very much like, okay, yeah, she's done this song style before. It's nothing truly new. It felt like of any of the Midnight songs that I've heard, I'd be like, I was there when we did the listening party.
This was not part of the listening party.
Oh, because I was going to say I instantly forgot this song because I did didn't care for it.
This came out at 3 a.m.
This was 3 a.m. It just stayed in bed. I'm sorry. This is a snooze for me. This is a snooze. It is nothing grabbing to me. You're not going to like what interests me.
Something interests you?
The Peruvian panpipe section.
I know. I already knew that. I watched you mime it.
It was like, this can't be real. It was like watching her come on stage and like they're gearing up to do like it's 1989 and they're gearing up and she sings the song riding out on the tiny little trick clown bicycle. And you're like, she can't really be doing that. Why is she doing that? But she does it and you're like, okay, I guess I'm impressed that she sang that whole song riding on the tiny little miniature cycle, and then she gets up and does the rest of the show. And it's like, was there any reason for it? We don't know. Taylor knows. Was it a metaphor for something? I don't know. Maybe. It can tie to other songs, sure. It had nothing for me that was like even remotely besides the Peruvian panpipe section. That was it.
Nothing in the lyrics. There's nothing in here. Nothing in here that you're going to want to talk about other than the Peruvian panpipes. Anything.
Well, Kait, let me go back. Lock broken, slur spoken, wound open, game token. I didn't know you were keeping count.
Mm-hmm.
So is this trying to be like, she's a little bit kind of like, who spoke the slur?
I think she got called a slur. I think she probably got called a slut.
By him?
Probably.
Okay.
Well, I mean, society, the general tabloid culture.
By DJ Not Khaled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know for sure, but it feels like.
High Infidelity, put on your records and regret me. I bent the truth too far tonight. I was dancing around it.
And I think this is one of those themes for Taylor where we've seen her address infidelity in songs where she's the one being cheated on. And as she gets a little bit older, we're seeing some where like maybe Taylor wasn't the most faithful in some of these relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting to see how she works through that through her writing. Because I think this song, she was out, she met somebody, there were sparks, and she wasn't like, I have a boyfriend. She was like, who could say?
Who could say while I'm kissing you? Who could say if I'm dating somebody?
I mean, we don't know that happens.
And we didn't know that didn't happen.
Right. But like, who could say?
All right. Do you really want to know where I was April 29th? Do I really have to chart the constellations in his eyes? So that right there, I guess, could be an interesting line because star constellations, famous for being very static and a great way to not only, not to track your star sign and what you project people might like based off of what, like, are they an Aries? Are they two fishes? Are they the ram?
I'm a Libra.
But it's the static positioning of being like it's pattern recognition.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea of being like stars in someone's eyes, mapping the constellations in somebody's eyes. It's like, do I really have to recognize the patterns that I'm seeing in somebody else that I should be aware of? Maybe from previous relationships, maybe from my previous behaviors. Maybe should I look at something and realize, is this a warning that the rocks are coming up? Is this a warning that there's land ahead? Is this a warning that I'm getting further away from sea? I don't know.
Or am I navigating into some choppy waters?
That's fun, but I'm adding that fun. That's not that sugar's not in the Kool-Aid packet.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that the sugar's not there. Where there's smoke, there's fire. She likes to use things like that, the metaphors.
There's many different ways that you can kill the one you love.
It's a true story.
The slowest way is never loving them enough.
That's true.
I'd say carbon monoxide.
Jeez. Sam.
Bleach is quicker.
Sam.
But it's all about the dosage.
Sam.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why don't you love me, Jenny? I may not be a smart man, but I know what love is. Do you hear how weird that sounds when I don't do voices?
No, I don't. I don't.
From that moment on, I was running.
No, but I mean, I actually really like that, like imagery that she puts there with like, I could count the constellations in his eyes because she's, you're star-eyed lovers, you're staring into each other's eyes. You used to use the stars to navigate home. Like there's so many ways that you can interpret that line.
Sure, yeah.
And like, I think when you're in a relationship that is dying and it's over and you just like haven't given in, like you haven't called it, and you meet somebody and you're like, oh, this is what is missing. It's that moment in your brain where you're like, oh.
So that through line, she has sung a few songs now about being at the end stages of a relationship. Mm-hmm. And we've seen bitter. Mm-hmm. We've seen stoic almost. Like, mm-hmm. I'm going to face this. I'm going to go down with this ship. Mm-hmm. This is more of that. If she's aware clearly now that the relationship that she's in is over.
Yeah. And
she's talking about the catalyst of why it's over. Mm-hmm. And it's, oh, right, I can be more column B. And I'm in column A right now, and I want to be more column B.
I was given advice once, and I would actually categorize this as bad advice. But they were like, it's always better to be running to something than away from something. Mm-hmm. And this was in the concept of a job. And I think in this was when she was in that, like, you can't just like be alone. You have to run towards something. You have to have something. You can't just blow your life up and then sit in it. You have to have a plan. Mm-hmm. And so I think, you know, hypothetically, she's at a party. She meets Joe. She's star-eyed. It clicks.
Wow, you've been in a movie? Me too.
My movie made $200 million. Yours? 200? So meta.
That's so cool. Wow, you're like living poor. That's fun.
Let's
I
cosplay.
Can dress poor. The worst people.
Oh my God. We're terrible.
No, I was talking about Taylor. But yeah, we're not better. I was talking about her. I wasn't saying we're terrible people.
You get that,
but now that you brought that up, fun fact, Taylor, we have a lot in common. We're all the worst.
We're all mad here. I lost that train of
It's all good. Put on your headphones and burn my city. Your picket fence is sharp as knives.
Yeah. This is our future. This is what we're doing. This is how it's going to work out. And you're like, oh, that's not what I want. I think it's like a subtle breakup song. It makes you feel better about breaking up when you've maybe
cheated on someone.
Had thoughts about it.
Listen, like, okay, if this is the idea of it being, this is a song. This is if getting in the mindset to break up with someone. Brought to you by the Swift Talk. Like, if this is the song that's gonna pump you up for a breakup, you know you cheated, right? You know you weren't cheated on. You know you did the thing, right? Well, I mean, I did not. Dance around the truth. Sure. Guess what? The music's not playing. You look like a fool. It's okay. Admit what you did. It's not okay that you did it. Admit what you did. Move on. Move away. Change your name. It's all good. Zip codes are fun. There's more than one.
Have you cheated? I've never cheated.
So terrible advice I got once.
Oh, I love this.
Was you're away at college.
Yeah.
It's okay to like.
Oh, I know this. Yeah.
And I was just like, it's okay. They're like, it's okay to like, you have your girlfriend here, but it's okay to. That was terrible advice. So I think that was the first and last time I was like, well, this was dumb because it was clearly a mistake. I feel like garbage afterwards. And moving on from that, it was like it was like that weird Roman Catholic time, New Roman guilt that was inside me, being like, you can't do this, right? You know you can't do this. You can't do this. So moving forward, it was I know it's bad in general. I know the other person feels terrible. This didn't make me feel good at all. So it was like that panic mode. Mm-hmm. You can run a lot faster scared than you can angry. That's good advice.
Yeah.
Fight versus flight. When you're in the flight mode of being like, I can't screw it up again. I can't do this. You're going to be speeding away. When you're angry that someone's done something to you or has happened, you're going to be racing, but it's not as fast as the person who's running scared.
Yeah.
This is not a running scared song.
Yeah.
This is I made my bed, now I'm sitting in it.
It's a justification.
Sure, and it's not great. I mean, Ariana Grande's Say That With Your Chest, sure.
You love that song.
Yeah, because it's a song. I'm not looking at the lyrical content. When you catch me looking at Ariana Grande's for lyrical content and like anything, I'm either on the wrong podcast or something happened. I'm a little bit confused.
She got lost. Wrong studio.
Yeah, she sounds like Madonna in that type of music. That sounds great. She can play a great castrato on an SNL sketch. That's great. But I'm not looking for her for inspiration on anything. I'm not looking for Taylor for inspiration on anything. I have to listen to it. I have to.
Taylor is my emotional touch point.
And she is my burden, my penance.
On that note, do you want to roll your dice?
Each and every week we roll the Jillian Petruzziello.
Hi, Jilly.
We know you're not mellow. We hope you're doing good on the course as that's closing up and the Airs is kicking off. We're going to roll for an album. We're going to roll for a song. We have 13 albums to choose from.
12 albums to choose from.
Right, because Reputation is done. It's dead to us, and it's never coming back.
10 then. 11 then. There aren't 13 albums yet.
There are 12 albums.
Yes.
So we have 11 albums.
Yes.
Okay. Numbers are hard. That's why I have the dice. All right, we're rolling for an album.
You roll for that album.
Ooh. Number 5.
Which one?
This is what she's moved on from red, so she's in her blue period, 1989.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's right above your head.
What a weird photo that is. Now that I'm looking at it from this angle, what
roll
a weird.
Dice. Just roll your dice.
Okay. Where'd you get this one, Amoeba? All right, rolling for the song. Ooh, 15.
Oh, you're gonna hate this one.
Yes.
You Are in Love.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, the song. Yeah. Okay, the song is called that. You know what? Maybe it's gonna be good, Kate. Maybe it's gonna be good. Maybe it's
so close. So close.
Is this a bonus song, or is this, you think this is on the original, the Ote version?
The deluxe edition.
Oh, it's a deluxer, super deluxer. That means it's bonus content, which means this behind.
You liked footage. Wonderland off the bonus deluxe.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had that head injury. I'll have to go back and listen to
They think I don't like you. Because
she doesn't. She doesn't. It's okay. She tolerates me. There's a difference. I'm like the host, and you're like, I want to get to my table, and I'm like, I'll get you to the table. Just please stop yelling at me. I have kids at home.
Why am I the one yelling?
I don't know. It's not me.
Bad metaphor. Anyway.
If I yell, I use a voice.
Thanks again for watching, guys.
We really appreciate you guys listening. Come on. We're not going to get sued for that. We really appreciate you guys listening and watching now.
I think we have like 15 subscribers.
Oh, yeah. Remember when we had 15 listeners? Maybe?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's coming. We're
Wild ride.
YouTube, we're coming for you. You better monetize us real fast.
Anyway, thanks again for listening.
Yeah.
If you haven't already, like, follow, subscribe, rate, review. Thanks, Thelma. Hi, Thelma.
Hi, Thelma. It's Thelma Tuesday. Sell It Tuesday here at the Swift Studio. Thelma, we hope you're doing good. Thanks for tolerating us.
We'll be back next week as we fly back into our 1989 Taylor's version era.
Yeah. In the meantime, thanks for listening. Make sure you're telling your friends. Check out our socials. Let us know why Kate's right. Let us know what I'm wrong.
Let us know why we don't like the voices.
Yeah, let us know. Give us other Swift team ideas of like how they can, do good things with their money. Everyone likes that. Everyone likes the thought of Taylor doing good things with her money.
Thanks again for listening. I'm Kate the Swiftie.
Gorsh, Mickey, I've been here the entire time. Not so Swift, Sam. Thank you so much.
We'll see you next week.